Taylor Swift blushes over Travis Kelce in recent interview. If you thought manifesting the love of your life was just a fantasy, Taylor Swift might just prove you wrong. It actually happens. Did you know that back in 2009, Taylor described her dream partner, and now it seems like she found him in Travis Kelce? She's absolutely glowing with happiness whenever she talks about him, breaking her usual silence. And in recent interviews, Taylor couldn't help but gush about her romantic relationship, sharing some heartwarming details. Wouldn't you want to hear the fairy tale love story? What made Taylor fall madly in love with the NFL star? Let's find out. In a 2009 interview, 19-year-old Taylor Swift shared her thoughts on her dream partner. She said, "I'd rather be with someone who has his own voice and passion and ambition." The statement has fans buzzing, thinking she might have manifested her relationship with Travis Kelce. During the interview, Swift was asked if she needed to date someone at a similar level of success. Given her skyrocketing fame after her 2008 album Fearless, the album was a massive hit, selling 2.1 million copies in just 2 months. Fresh from her breakup with Joe Jonas, Swift mentioned that any relationship she entered would have to be long distance. "Even if I date the boy who lives next door to me in Nashville, I'll be flying to see him and flying him places to see me," she said. Fast forward 14 years, and Taylor Swift is flying across the country to support Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, who reciprocates by traveling to see her on her Eras tour. It's a whirlwind romance that mirrors her teenage dreams. Swift noted the challenges of balancing a relationship with her hectic schedule back then. "It feels like it would involve more scheduling, and I already deal with a lot of scheduling in my life," she said, acknowledging the logistical nightmare of coordinating with another superstar. But she added, "Of course, if I met somebody who was worth it, I would probably stop thinking that way." It was a particular question and answer segment from the 2009 interview that really got Swifties talking. When asked if she needed to date someone at a similar level of success, Swift's answer seemed almost prophetic. The response is especially intriguing considering her dating history. Swift has since been linked to a star-studded lineup including Lucas Till, Taylor Lautner, John Mayer, Jake Gyllenhaal, Harry Styles, Calvin Harris, Tom Hiddleston, and John Alwyn, responded with insight. "I think it's more a question of confidence. I wouldn't want to be with a pushover who let me make all the plans and have all the control," she said. "It's really natural for me to go into planning mode, but I'd rather be with someone who has his own voice and passion and ambition." Her words resonated deeply with her fans, especially now as they see her relationship with Travis Kelce unfold. Fast forward to today, and Swift recently named Time Magazine's 2023 Person of the Year, and a newly minted billionaire seems to have found her match in Kelce. The two-time Super Bowl champion not only excels on the field, but also hosts a popular podcast and boasts several high-profile endorsement deals. With all the swirling rumors and countless shots of Taylor cheering from the family skybox, the pop star finally spilled the tea on her relationship with Travis Kelce. In an exclusive interview, Taylor gave fans the scoop that they have been waiting for. But how did this all begin? "This all started when Travis very adorably put me on blast on his podcast, which I thought was metal as hell. We started hanging out right after that," Swift shared, referencing the July 26 episode of Kelce's New Heights podcast. Kelce had tried to woo Swift with a special friendship bracelet during her July 9th Eras Tour show at Arrowhead Stadium, but it didn't go as planned. "So we actually had a significant amount of time that no one knew, which I'm grateful for because we got to know each other. By the time I went to that first game, we were a couple. I think some people think that they saw our first date at that game. We would never be psychotic enough to hard launch a first date," she continued, letting fans in on their low-key beginnings. Travis, on the other hand, had his own amusing take on their early interactions. On his podcast, Kelce had shared his disappointment, saying he was butthurt that Swift doesn't meet anyone before or after her shows to preserve her voice. "She doesn't meet anybody, or at least she didn't want to meet me, so I took it personal," he joked. But, as it turns out, they did meet soon after, and they have been each other's biggest cheerleaders ever since. Taylor has been spotted at several Chiefs games, and Kelce even flew to Buenos Aires during a bye week to catch another Eras Tour show. "When you say a relationship is public, that means I'm going to see him do what he loves. We're showing up for each other. Other people are there, and we don't care," Taylor explained. The opposite of that is you have to go to an extreme amount of effort to make sure no one knows that you're seeing someone. And we're just proud of each other. And about those frequent sweet shots during NFL broadcasts, Taylor is just as puzzled as the rest of us. There's a camera like half a mile away, and you don't know where it is. And you have no idea when the camera is putting you in the broadcast, so I don't know if I'm being shown 17 times or once, she said with a laugh. I'm just there to support Travis. I have no awareness of if I'm being shown too much and pissing off a few dads, Brads, and Chads. Wow. But was Taylor Swift a football fan before Travis Kelce? Surprisingly, no. Despite being America's sweetheart, Taylor wasn't really into football before meeting Kelce. In her December Time interview, she admitted football is awesome. It turns out, I've been missing out my whole life. However, it's not just Taylor sharing the love story. In an interview for the cover of WSJ in the magazine's December-January issue, Travis Kelce delved into the beginning of his relationship with Taylor Swift and how it has blossomed. Initially hesitant to spill the details, Kelce eventually opened up about their connection and how it all started after his unsuccessful attempt to meet her at the Eras Tour. So how did Travis finally catch Taylor's attention? There were definitely people she knew that knew who I was. I had somebody playing Cupid. Kelce revealed with a smile. He shared the moment Swift reached out to him, explaining, "She told me exactly what was going on and how I got lucky enough to get her to reach out." Their first official meetup happened in New York after they had already been talking. When I met her in New York, we had already been kind of talking, so I knew we could have a nice dinner and, a conversation. And what goes from there, well, we'll go from there, he recounted, clearly still enchanted by their first date. Kelce admitted that dating Swift is a whole new experience. "I've never dated anyone with that kind of aura about them," he confessed, hinting at the surreal nature of their relationship. Reflecting on the intense public attention Swift faces, he marveled. The scrutiny she gets, how much she has a magnifying glass on her every single day, paparazzi outside her house, outside every restaurant she goes to, after every flight she gets off of, and she's just living, enjoying life. When she acts like that, I better not be the one acting all strange. But that's not all. Spending time with Swift has been eye-opening for Kelce. I've never been a man of words. Being around her, seeing how smart Taylor is, has been effing mind-blowing. I'm learning every day, he admitted with genuine admiration. This candid insight into their relationship shows just how much they're both navigating new territories together. Despite this openness, Travis Kelce has become a pro at handling questions about his superstar girlfriend and knows when to keep things private. During a recent Kansas City Chiefs press conference, a reporter threw him a curveball, asking what he cooks for Swift. With a playful grin, Kelce smoothly dodged the question, saying, "That's a good question. I respect that question, but I'm going to keep that one to myself. I thoroughly enjoy cooking with her, so it's something I'd rather keep personal." Fans melted over his response on social media. One fan gushed, "Oh, Killatrav, and the respect you have for a Tay princess, please always be this close." While another commented, "I've never seen him look quite as vulnerable and earnest and mushy as he does here. This is so cute." And someone else added, "I need her to release a cookbook." We totally agree. But Kelce couldn't resist sharing one sweet tidbit. Taylor makes a great Pop-Tart and cinnamon roll, he admitted with a smile before moving on to the next question. Adorable, right? And just when you thought the relationship couldn't get any more public, Taylor Swift has finally made it Instagram official with Travis Kelce, and she did it in the most epic way possible. For the first time in their nearly year-long relationship, Swift shared a selfie of herself and Kelce posing backstage with none other than Prince William and his two oldest kids, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, after her first London Eras Tour show. Happy B-Day, M8. London shows are off to a splendid start. At Prince and Princess of Wales, Swift captioned the snap, giving a shout-out to William's 42nd birthday, which he celebrated at the concert. While this royal encounter might be their biggest post-show moment yet, Taylor and Travis have been making headlines throughout the Eras Tour. Taylor dropped Kelce's name on stage, gave nods to the Chiefs' uniforms, and even sprinted to kiss him after the Singapore and Buenos Aires shows. But their London moment, it's the first time they've been seen publicly in a month, and it marks them going Instagram official. So what's next for Taylor and Travis? Could we be hearing wedding bells soon? Will their love story inspire a new hit song or even more public appearances together? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.